But I always forget how much of a juxtaposition it is going in from the like intense drumming of the intro to just chill Gator girl sitting by a pool fountain singing. Like, hold on, just 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Like, listen to the intro for the company logo. Hang on, tis loading, handle it. Super intense. And back to calm. I don't know, I just liked it. But yes, I am stalling because it's been a while. Well, 6 whole days, but they're looking at the calendar, for me anyway. Is that the right one? Yeah, it is. So a cliffhanger of sorts, and I'm sort of being like, ooh, but let's see where this goes. Eat deck and run off. My shoes slosh noisily through the flooded hallways as we slowly head back to the main building of the school. Olivia hears, go to sneeze. Sorry. Oh, my nose. Olivia herself had used her arms to tuck her legs up onto her seat, her head now resting on her knees. Dakin didn't seem to care. Jimmy's steps splashing water around, soaking his slacks. Drains in the floor are working overtime to keep the water at minimum level. An unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium, the interior of the school pitch black from the lack of lighting. At least we aren't dealing with wet floors, but navigating the halls in the dark is a new difficulty. Olivia brought out her phone, using it as a flashlight to shine in her way, but I'm still unnerved. The only sound I hear is the squelches of my shoes and the awkward dripping from both Olivia and I. It was then I realised the Adakin had left us behind. Mr. Adakin? Voice points us down the dark halls of the school. Did you see where he went? Kinda. I think he went that way. I can make out Olivia's hand pointing thanks to her phone. Towards the school offices. Keep pushing, Olivia, though taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step I take. It's slow going, between the eerie darkness and my slow steps, but what should have taken us a minute at most takes us about 3 minutes for us to arrive at the gala. Here we are. The storm rages against the glass ceiling. What normally is the source of the hall's natural lighting is completely obscured by the typhoon. There's still no sign of Yadakin. I withdraw my phone and turn its flashlight onto it, in order to improve the situation. I can hear something else, aside from us and the rain. Something that's getting closer. Tiny red light in distance, where there with the sound. What? A tiny red light in the distance there with the sound. Tiny ember bounces and sways in rhythm, with the odd tapping, until... I'm frozen for a second. The thought forces its way through me. You wouldn't have rehearsed. What are you doing? Thumbs kicked aside. It's Olivia's paint from the art contest a few weeks back. Smacks loudly against the glass casing of the display case. These are the ones, yeah? What? I'm ignored. Yadakin staring right at Olivia. She's also struck fearful, but she nods. Yadakin takes a deep breath and faces the display. What are you going to do with that? Yadakin, wait, it's a bit extreme, innit? Olivia, it's gone. Both of them. It should have been done a long time ago. Yeah. Hey, Dakin, this is... It's crazy. I know. What about the other things in the case? Who fucking cares? Those students graduated ages ago. How many still do art? None. If they're collateral so someone else can... If they're collateral so someone else can, fine by me. But Olivia, you got no other big paintings now, do you? She shakes her head. That's a shame. Look what I just did. I can make another. Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. You make me so proud to hear that. Well, that was an upsetting noise. What the fuck? Bear with me, folks. Oh. Sorry, folks, to take you out of it for a second. I was a wee bit upset there. There was a really loud and deeply metallic clang that fell, something as if something metallic fell off my chair. And the only thing metallic on this chair is the screws that hold it together. I can't quite find out what's happened, but it was a bit upsetting. I'm in danger. Oh, whatever, let's just funny bits anyway. Sorry, back to it. Do you remember? In sophomore year, when you challenged me to think of something I'd want to do, and set a goal to do it? Of course. Couldn't think of anything back then. It's been one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now. Like I said, some company could really help. The vicar grips my hand just a little tighter. Promise not to laugh? Never. Would you mind asking me again? Sure. I believe it was, you could leave right now and do anything you wanted. What would you want to do? Anything at all? Yep. I want to go see a fountain and paint it for you. There's a fountain here. There's a park not too far from here. You can barely see the fountain in the centre from the window. I don't know. There's a park, and you can barely see a fountain in the centre of it from the window. You can't see it right now in the storm, but I want to go there. I think I know of it. One at Stig Equestrian Park. That's wonderful, Olivia. Dakin stumbles a bit. We're sticking on my shoulder, some shards of glass crunching under my feet. Good thing power's out. No cameras up or anything. But wouldn't you get in trouble for this? I'm always in trouble for something. And ordinarily, I'd just take the hit, especially with something like this. That Mia chick can take the fall. The hell with her. Leave manages another smile. Looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me. You'd better get it to me. Right, the painting. Sorry, my mind immediately went to Mia there. She's certainly not doing ourselves any favours, obviously, but like... I don't know. Brain things. Like, I don't know. Just thinking, is there a something that could be done or offered to her, or something that could be looked into her situation to help her? Even just fucking therapy, man. But, whatever. I will. And you better help, of course. Dakin motions for us to wait by the school's entrance. For a while we sit there. Do you have one, Dakin? Do you have something you want to do? I'm already doing it. No, really. Really. Teaching high school is a great job that nobody ever regrets. You should pose that question to Inko there. All this character development, he's barely said a word. Alright, Inko, what about you? What do I want to do, huh? We could pick anything, I guess. Inko's always kind of like, about the future, and he does come across as a lonely kind of fucker. Plenty of friends doesn't suit him, I think. Especially for sort of introverted fucker like him. He'd need like a kind of tight-knit group, which he seems to have. Future-wise, he doesn't know college is a good place to think about that. I mean, I kind of want to pick that, but like... Yeah, well, I don't want to pick that then. More ambitious dream. I can get behind it. It's a bit unimaginative. It's just hater talk. She'll start looking more into the how and not the what. Like you would know, I can totally do it. Sure thing, Mr. Successful. Your blog doesn't even have 10 followers. You looked me up. Yeah, I got bored. At least follow me if you're going to cyberstalk me. I'll follow you when you make good content. Also, your interpretation of Godzilla you copied from a video essay sucks, and you should feel bad. I copied Adakin's motion with the axe and cracked up Olivia's leg. I don't feel that, jackass. Well, guess I'm banner as a form of motivation as well. Such a quite the promise to uphold now, Inkle. Boo. Even with the disses being thrown around, what stood out most, the wild grin on Olivia's face. Between the staccato of rain, uproarious laughter, time seemed non-existent. I could feel the muscles of my face ache. I could feel the muscles in my face ache, brought on by bouts of laughter and grinning. Which made the taxi's arrival so disappointing. As we were escorted out to the parking lot, our mirth was replaced with something more calm, comfortable, and easy quiet. Let my thoughts wander back to the things that we said to each other. Back to what our terror teacher said. Navigating the world alone. For all the time I spent around Olivia and her friends, it never really occurred to me that she'd harbour something like loneliness. I mean, Damien is like a wild crowd composed of a single madman. Damn, I like that. That's cool, that. And Liz, she's practically the group's nanny. Driver of the yellow van leans into his horn. I can feel a baleful leer on me, even through the haze of fog and raindrops. Olivia draws up her hood. I hold my jacket above my head. The final look to Mr. Iadakin, thank him. No need for thanks. See my students grow and prosper into adulthood is all the reward this old fossil needs. With a wave, he sends us off into the rain, to the irate taximan's van, yells at us about burning his gas. While Olivia works to get herself situated in the cab, I turn back. Mr. Iadakin is sagging, meandering back into the building. Oi, hurry up. Right. It's been about a week since the typhoon. The days after were surreal, with how things just realigned with the old schedule. Iadakin was serious when he told Olivia to keep off that wrist. He effectively banned her from painting until it got better. Meaning all week I've been doing our work as a group. It was exhausting. Oh, but today I'm pretty excited. For the first time, she's actually joining me on the metro. Oh, she's blinking! Headed for the city. It's going to be a bit of a trip. For the last 7 nights, Olivia's been using my inbox to store sketching ideas while her wrist heals. Excuse me, sorry. On Thursday, she even attempted sending a few left-handed sketches, but gave up after the third or fourth malformed draft. Then Liz sent a game-changing invitation through our group chat. Her uncle has some business in the city, and he told her she could go do something with the time since it's her car. So she invited the rest of us to join her for lunch at a fancy place. It got us pretty thrilled. It got me pretty thrilled. Olivia understood the order to stay off her hand doesn't make her less manic about wanting to get back to painting. Do you agree if you don't want to go? Yeah, a trip to the city would suck so bad if you're there. Even if I really, really want to start painting. We're almost done healing, won't go much longer. I know it. Hey, Dakin said you should at least wait for Monday. Yeah, that too. Besides, I don't want to be around with Damien while he's like positively miserable when I picked Olivia up. He was pale and shaking and the floor between his feet. He was pale and shaking and the floor between his feet was left bubbling after a particularly powerful sneeze. Has it ever been that bad? That was like once a year. It's the one reason we don't share a room. One moment is fine, next he is inebriated. This car is weird. Right, does it every day? Yep. This is even my seat, right next to the folding accessibility seat. Started caring for me before we even met. Maybe I did. She mouths something and rolls her eyes, but it's a clear smile after she goes back to watching passing buildings. Compared to the car ride together, this felt a little more intimate. Even if there were more people in close proximity, none of them paid us any mind. Just Olivia and I. Several stations there, the metro grinds to a halt at our stop. Alright, ready? Yeah. Olivia shoos my hand away, and then I go to help her out of the metro. We step out into the chilled air of the city. I'm already getting goosebumps. The cold front is really making itself known. I can find Liz quickly before Olivia starts shivering. Are you seeing a long, big green neck anywhere? Not that I know of. Great, sounds awesome. Look around through alleyway into closet shops. Closest shops. Maybe she's in the bedroom? I'd wait around. I don't want to. Oh my, that actually is a really bad logistics problem I hadn't really thought about. It must be such a pain for her to go to a public bathroom. You imagine, like, you're just sitting there, just doing your business. Like, if you didn't like me, I tend to sit my head rested on my arm, which is resting on my leg, so I tend to look upwards. Could you imagine just a massive, like, pink-haired dinosaur floating above your head as you're going about it? I suppose you'd maybe get used to it, because she can't be the only one in the city, but, like, I don't know. She must get all the good smells, is all I'm saying. I'd wait around, but I don't want to make Olivia wait out in the cold. Did we go to the wrong stop? Just text her already. Crap! Right, I'm done. What the hey? Where'd you go? A moment later, her head ropes out of a door of a nearby coffee shop, followed by the rest of her. I go, glad you guys could make it. She's like a snake with a body. That sounds weird, snakes have bodies, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I got confused. Didn't know you'd been in the cafe there. Really? I know the whole time. I messaged Damien and went in to escape the cold and... Where's Damien? He got nasty sick right before we left. He couldn't make it. Bub. Is he fine? He'll be fine, I think. Alright. Well, it just throws a wrench into all my plans now, doesn't it? We can still have fun without him, right? Yeah, no, it's just... well, it's hoping between the four of us. It'd be like a double date. Dame and me, you and Inko. All together for a fancy lunch. Liz, Olivia and I aren't... Oh, I'm sorry, I just assumed. Boy, this is embarrassing. Whole day seems like everything's going wrong for me. It's fine. Yeah, well, we can still have a good time. Still having lunch with friends. I'm sure you guys will love it too. Come on. I love that the body has to go separate. Liz leads us through the streets, pointing out I'm going to yawn again, sorry. See, that's a good thing about it being a visual novel. I've just got my arms kind of draped over in front of me while I'm leaning on them, so I don't actually have to go that far to reach the pause button, so I can pause my yawns, usually. Liz leads us through the streets, pointing out their destination when it comes into view through the towering skyscrapers. That's a large building. The building is more akin to a narrow spike aimed skyward with a large disc-like room built near the tip. See that space near the top? That's the restaurant. They built it that way. They built it in a way the whole thing slowly rotates so your view changes while you eat. Well, I guess if it's slow enough you wouldn't feel it, but like, I don't know, I feel like my body would just be like, I'm spinning, I'm spinning. You can see the whole city, the ocean, even mountains. Woo. Olivia, where you going, bud? Gone here with my parents all the time as a kid. I was daydreamed of bringing friends and important guests here and, you know, business type stuff. This is my first time on my own. Well, you know. Yeah, bye. You'll see there's even a... Hold it! We lost Olivia. Turned around to check on our errant gator friend. Was a bit further behind and grimacing. Slowly comes rolling in. Biting behind the slate, winces every time she pushes herself. Sorry, it's fine. Sure you don't want help? I can manage my own, please. Alright, you want to lead the way? Alright. It's that Space Needle looking place, right? Liz rolls ahead. She rolls ahead. Liz and I follow behind to continue our conversation. 101. The restaurant is an impressive spire, with the actual seating area 38 floors up or so. After Liz verifies her reservation, we're let into a special elevator with a glass front. After a minute or so of rising above the city, we stop and the door slide open to reveal the restaurant. It's a circular room, with the seating by the windows, and an inner ring for bars, and the kitchen making up the centre. Oh, for God's sake, no, there's the door. Fucking hell, give me a brief, give me a piece. Making me walk all that way for junk mail. Definitely a carefully crafted place. I wonder if it'd be the kind of place my parents would bring me to. The waitress greets us and leads us to a table by the windows. One of the seats closest to the window is moved so Olivia's wheelchair can fit by the table. She approaches the space and stops. She's looking down. Shrek, I'm looking down! Out the window. Can we switch seats? Afraid of heights? Shut. Alright. I oblige. Shift the seat over so she sits instead by the aisle. Great view, eh? You can see why I'd make you squeamish, Olivia. It's also scare the living daylights out of me. I don't want to say it. She is a height. What? Are you afraid of heights, Liz? Oh yeah, and everyone? What? Doesn't make any goddamn sense, Liz. I see stories above your shoulders and I scare you. Look, acrophobia is the irrational fear of heights, okay? Of course it doesn't make sense, but still. Whatever. Heights suck, we agree on that at least. What do you think? It's very nice. We saw you wanted to come here. Liz nods. My family usually comes here once a year. Uncle Ferris has to remember to bring along a letter from the owner saying he's fine to let in. That he won't bring the whole tower down. What the hell is bisque? Is looking into the menus. Right, we're here to eat. Lobster bisque, lobster tail, and a creamy kind of soup. When I call it lobster soup, bisque is a stupid word. I looked down at the menu myself. There's all your standard options between pastas, sandwiches, cuts of meat. Some weird novelty things. But I actually like trying those. Guess I'll have... Am I getting judged? I don't want to be judged on my goddamn choice of food. Okay, here we go. Pineapple sauce, no ta. Pineapple, that hurts my stomach. Chicken pizza. The chicken is the... Hold on. I'll hold the fucking bus. The chicken is the crust. Alright. Sorry, entire leg of cow, carnivore section, same seas with Olivia. Local dairy kebab. Wooden steak is even carved to look like the restaurant. Just because how fucking weird that sounds? You sure? With onion rings. If you want. If you want it, I'm buying. Serve breakfast all day too. I'm going with their pancake platter. Liz waves a waitress over and gives her orders. Nostalgia pick. You got me. Takes me way back. She stares out the window. Was I just judged harshly on my order? Chicken is the crust, like... Are we just talking about the crust around the pizza? Or are we talking about the whole base? Looking out in the horizon as well, the view is shifted a bit to show the mountains. We look out for a long while. Maybe a little too long. Ordinarily, this would be around time Damon would say something to keep the conversation going. Alright, he's usually the one bringing us all together. Strange to think about, but Liz and Olivia aren't really more than acquaintances. But during the lunch, it's Damien that always makes sure everyone's included in the conversation. Nothing comes to mind. I don't think I'd make a good Damien. One moment, please. And off he news. I ring Damien up in the hallway. He's sick, yes, but hopefully he'll have something for me to use. If he picks up, please. Yellow. Funny, I want to talk to Damien. Nah, he's out. Mom's with him backyard. He's puking his guts out in a bucket. Why? Pest control guy buys it from us for $50. What? Gross. What you want him for? I can tell him when he comes back in. Why not? Want to know how he always keeps our friend group so lively. Like, I was considering small talks and bringing up movies or something. Hell no, movies suck. Nobody actually likes them. What? I'm playing Fortnite. I'll turn it down so you can hear me. I heard what you said. It was just done. Was it? Yeah. There was a pause for the moment. Movies always sucked. Like, they started in black and white, without sound, and they never really got better. Even when they peaked in the 70s, well, they barely became watchable. You ever watch The Godfather? Dad made me watch that stuff, and it just sucked. Nah, you probably just didn't get it. Dad explained the whole plot to me, ins and outs, and it really was just mid-trash. That movie won awards. You can't just call it trash. Yeah, you can. Movies are just trash genre of content. The best ones are usually just polished turds that waste your time. It was a good movie then. Ever heard of Mr. Beast? How about Storytime Animations? Wait, Mr. Beast, is that not like a real live guy thing? You gotta be kidding me. I'm not. Any popular content on Usenet provides more value for your time than the classics you old people fawn over, and it still sucks. Those aren't even movies. They move and I watch them. Not my point, you troglodyte. As if you could ever think of comparing that slop to the likes of Star Wars, The Godfather, and Blade Runner. Not a fan of Star Wars, don't like Godfather, Blade Runner's... sorry. Entertaining enough. Movies are one massive pile of doodle fart. Even it can sometimes make something mediocre. These are billion-dollar franchises. Millions of people who disagree with this deranged nonsense. Doodle fart. I'm like, you little... Listen, you little chump, next time I see you, I'm going to wring your little neck like a wash rag. What? Who's this? Shit. Calm down, kill him later. Nuts, I didn't get advice. Silk back to my seat and slump down and catch my breath. Oh, you're right, your eyes twitching. Don't think I've ever been more angry in my life. What happened? I don't want to talk about it. Rub the tension from my face. Fine, I can be a good Damien, so well is. Yeah? You mentioned when we first met you wanted to be an art dealer. Getting the right people writing paintings, right? How's that going? Oh yeah, it's going great. To get accepted into Marshland U, actually. Oh snap. Yeah, finally got everything all worked out for myself. Going to hit the ground running once I graduate. It's pretty cool. I'm still figuring things out. You too, right, Olivia? I only got short-term goals right now. But I'm interested in what Liz was talking about. Right, sure wouldn't be a problem for Olivia to replace the stolen painting. Pardon? What stolen painting? I'm interested in what Liz was talking about. I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem for Olivia to replace the stolen painting. But what was annoying was having to contact the Treasury and Administration about the broken cabinet. I mean, what even happened? Whoever did it, I wish they would have dealt with Mrs. Scaler's neurotic tantrum the way I did. I'm still finding glass shards all over the floor, and I get screamed at as if I'm the one responsible for it. Scaler needs to put the coffee mug down sometimes. Jeez. Not a problem anymore. Or they ordered a new display. Should be installed next month. Oh, I got off track. What were we talking about again? The art dealer thing. I'm actually interested. Oh well, the plan is to be able to open my own business. It starts online and I work my way up to having a physical location. Uncle Ferris told me he's willing to help me figure out the legal part. I've I've already gotten a few connections, some people that might be interested in being involved that run some pretty decent prices. For me, I mean. And I was selling my own works too. Got an even better painting since the start of the year. Have you noticed? I think you have, yeah. Although since I'm no artist, I admit some of the details are probably lost on me. Liz nods. Maybe I'll buy one sometime. Give me a discount, right? No. Maybe. Olivia, you painted anything good recently? Nah. Ah, sorry. That's fine. Well, I got one I really want to be doing. Why don't you? Because I get dragged here instead. Dang it, Olivia! I mean, not that mad. This looks like she wants to say something. The thought dies in her tongue. Yeah. Conversation and tension thankfully gets interrupted as their food arrives. The social media influencer in me itches to take a photo of each plate, especially how good the presentation is. Dang, I should have brought my camera along with me. Wait, I have my phone. Olivia. I turn just in time to see her clamp her jaw on a hunk of meat, tearing it right off the bone. Never mind. How's it taste? She takes a moment to chew her food before sending it down the hatch. And smiling, she gives me a greasy thumbs up. Liz chuckles from Olivia's good review. She lowers her head to get the first bite of pancakes. Given that her neck is making movements equivalent to a long happy dance, I'm guessing the pancakes are good. My view had changed again. I have noticed I could almost feel the slow rotation of the room. I savour my onion rings while watching Vol Caldera Bluffs pan right by us, taking in the amazing view. My thoughts reach out for my camera, already calculating the restaurant's rotation with the proper settings to capture the full 360 panorama I could achieve. And a separate section of my mind recalls the other panoramic of the city I saw, one that's now nothing more than shredded debris. See you, Liz. Brachiosaurus takes a moment to respond as she attempts to cram her snout into a glass of water. Glass, no straw. Yeah? You mentioned all about wanting to be an art dealer and be part of that system. Guess it'd be cool if we worked together. Come again? I don't know, seems like a decent idea. No, I get you. That was Liz to pause from her food. She sits upright and carefully taps the napkin on her closed lips. Maybe. I don't think you'd want that, honestly. No, it'd be cool. I'd like that. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't think you'd want that. Oh. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Not sure? Yeah, I'm trying to get this whole thing off the ground on my own. Without others' help, right? Like how you feel about your art stuff. That's different. Point is, it's important for me to start that my start is as self-sustaining as possible. You just said you had connections and your uncle. Family and such, not Liver raises an iconic eyebrow. Friends? Or is it just me? Don't even start to make a scene. I have to do something. Olivia, Liz, come on guys. Can we finish lunch first? Am I making a scene, Liz? I'm just curious about your life for once. Well, not like this then. I'd rather you get back to giving me the silent treatment. Oh no. What have I done? What's your deal? Damien and Inko want us to be friends, and here I'm actually trying, and well, am I not worthy enough for your stuck-up? Ugh. I don't want my friendship. You didn't want my friendship before, or Damien's for years. It sounds a bit like you just want to be friends now because you can get something out of it. I want to be friends, just not like that. I thought things would finally start getting good. Olivia, there's lots of people less fortunate than you. You have the support of your friends, all the offers. You can't blame me if you just ignore both. Let me finish, please. I'm not mad. I envy you, I admit it. Anyone would, effortlessly getting that attention and help. I hate it. I know. And I know it's wrong, but that's what I've been thinking for a while. I see all these things you have available to you all these years and just take them for granted. I just think it's a wasteful way to live. Sorry, I appreciate you guys. After telling to my face how you'd rather be elsewhere and not here while eating at my expense, you know what, Olivia? This is the most nice I can do for you at the moment because you really don't deserve anything else. Liz claps a hand over her mouth. Olivia doesn't respond. She looks down at her plate. I'm going to use the bathroom. Pushes herself away from the table and through the aisle. I'm sorry, Liz. Didn't mean to snap. It's alright, once Olivia gets back, you can apologise. No, I don't think I can. After everything, I think I deserve that much. Good God. The brief was to just get these two talking and have a good time. It's like a grenade was thrown onto the table. I'm a terrible fucking Damien, let me tell you. Liz, yeah? Why didn't it work? Why didn't what work? I know you two aren't on the greatest terms, so I tried to keep the conversation going. So it wouldn't get awkward and nobody would get left out like Damien does. I feel like this was somehow my fault, but how? I did everything I was supposed to. I don't think he did anything wrong. Why does this never happen around Damien? Good question. I don't know. Liz picks up her plate, popping the yolk on her over-easy egg. She's probably not in the mood if I push any further and said anything I want to say to her right now. Olivia wouldn't like me prodding right now either. There's no options. Tried to think of something to do, but nothing. Can't think of doing anything at all. Not without making someone uncomfortable, or worse, getting them mad at me. And I've never even anticipated something like this happening. It's frustrating. I can't do anything. I can't do nothing, obviously. Not if I want to smooth things over. Right now, Olivia's in the bathroom. She's actually just fooling around in the hallway. But the point is, the two are separated. I can work something out. Should I keep trying then? I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I think I'd rather you didn't. Right, well, she wants to be left alone. I'll go see Olivia, because she's the one that's the awkward flump. Heavy breath escapes me as I stand from a chair. If you'll excuse me, Liz. Her head tilts comically further than needed in question. Just want to check on Olivia. Oh. She lets me off as I turn away. Making way through the restaurant, part of the marvels of how I didn't even feel the room spin. Kinda makes me dizzy, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'd be worried about. But it's just mental busywork to distract myself. After all, I've no idea what I'm going to say to Olivia. Hey. Should I ask her how she is? And go. Well, I'm on the spot now. Just come to see what you were doing. Sorry. I thought I had more time to think about things instead of being by the restrooms. Olivia was. Why are you by the bar? Want to see if they give me a mimosa. What? Mimosa. You know, like OJ and champagne. Olivia, you can't drink. Says you. Takes a long sip from a glass filled with orange liquid. Mate, to slap out of her hand, but her tail stops me. I'm joking, jeez. So like you, go up virgin. She grins at my skill and continues sipping a drink. Want some? Holds out a glass to me with a smug smile of hers. Taking a flick, I can clearly see where her lips touched it. Olivia looks to be leaning forwards as I stare at the glass. Ignoring the heat in my cheeks, tip the glass above me, carefully pouring some of the liquid into my mouth. Oh. It's just juice and ginger ale, Olivia. Handing her back the glass. For a split second, I thought I saw some disappointment in her eyes. I'm just seeing things now. While shaking my head, I refocus. Game to check Olivia and fix things between her and Liz. You okay, Olivia? Yeah, totally. Why wouldn't I be? Her eyes are wide and not yet looking my way. Cause of what Liz said. Oh. She sags in her chair. Olivia? No, yeah, that was... Her finger circles the lip of her glass as she thinks. Not hurt, just frustrated. She looks at her glass one final time, then she downs the last quarter of it in a single swallow. Afterward, Olivia sets it on the bar, on top of a couple of crumpled dollar bills. I mean, Liz doesn't get it, Uncle. Maybe she walked a mile in my shoes, she would, but I hate to see you guys act like that. Yeah. It was a long time coming for me, but who cares? It's a long time coming. I know she's been a bit frustrated for a while, probably been holding that in. Doesn't mean I want to hear her, though. All the time I've known, she's just been so far ahead of me. You heard her yap on about how her art's getting better. I mean, the connection she has and how it'll get her $1 billion or whatever. I'm the better artist, but I don't even know how to start getting my crap together like that. I look at that chasm between us and it just fills me with dread. It's just jealousy, I know. It's just been getting worse every time she mentions getting further in life. Well, I can't even convince myself to try. It's different actually getting her upset at me. Over this specifically. just mentioned being someone she'd consider a real acquaintance, and she blows up like that. You want to talk about it? No. Sure? Is this what you want to see me about? Partially. The other part is that I'm confused. I wasn't expecting things to be the way they did. I came to see you and ask your help making this right. Huh. I'll not apologise if that's what you mean. That's just a petulant answer. Ask Olivia for help. How does she know how to deal with avoiding upsetting others? No, that's not it. I rub my scalp to help my thoughts flow. Just let my words come out unfiltered. I'm serious, Olivia. I need some help. I have her full attention now and my words just keep coming. I feel like I did everything right, but it went wrong. You and Liz got into an argument, and though it wasn't heated, you got hurt. That scares me. For a brief moment, Olivia's grey eyes widen in surprise. I have a few ideas on what to do, but nothing that won't make someone upset. Or worse, get them mad at me. Why do you care so much about our opinions so much? Because you're my friends? I want us all to get along and enjoy the lunch we got invited to, but I don't know how to fix it. All the things I can think of will probably just make you guys upset with me. That's why I'm asking you. Me? You're, self-reliant. You're strong in your stance to never accept help on account of your condition. For the longest time that confused me. Well, it still does, but you do. But you do it. It confuses you? Well, it's like the other's willing to give, and giving feels good. So when you deny it, it's like telling them those thoughts don't matter. One way to put it. That's the part I don't get. Even though everyone stands to gain something for the sake of your goals you don't accept. You take the hard road, saying it out loud. I like it. I'm willing to give it a shot, but I don't know how. What do you do when there's no good option? Wow. Well, thanks. I guess I'll put it this way. It'd make an alcoholic happy to give them alcohol, even though it hurts them. Send them to rehab. That's painful. It's not a happy journey to make. But it's good for them. Absolutely, that's my point. Don't worry about making others comfortable and happy if something needs getting done. In my case, that means ignoring the help because my own goals need to be done. If it makes someone comfortable, then that's their problem, not mine. When something needs doing, you just gotta do it. And when no option seems like it'll make people happy, well, you do what you can. That makes sense. I'm making things up as I go. I think so, yeah. If it's the right thing, you'll get the support you need. After all, I got you. And even if you don't, stand alone for your standards is cool. You'd be trying, and that's what matters. Thanks, Olivia. Yeah, you're welcome. Seeing all that out loud has helped me understand a few things too. Ready to head back? I have an idea how to smooth everything over. Sure. Curious what you have in mind. Calling them both idiots? Because they're both in the wrong here. Even if you think I won't like it. Start heading back to the table. Olivia follows close behind me. Hey, you guys back? Everything good? All cooled off? Everything's great. I want to get back to a sense, try to resolve everything. Nah, it's actually an option, both of you are wrong. Hell yeah. Take a deep breath. I don't really want to have to do this. Olivia watches carefully. If you talk me through this, I can do it. She won't stop being my friend over this. Get over yourself, Enko. Just say what needs to be said. I think you're both acting silly. Really? Both of us? I didn't know that trying to get you guys to converse would make these sour feelings come up. And that was my mistake. My bad. But it's just ridiculous. Liz, I get Olivia was a shut-in and didn't open up to you back then. But that's clearly not the case anymore, is it? That was a question. No, I guess not. Then what use is holding the grudge? Accomplishing your goals on your own is fine. That's your prerogative. When you say Olivia's just treating you differently because she has something to gain, you know that's not right. And Olivia, I hate to say this, we have been pretty thoughtless here as well. Liz is trying to do something nice for us, and hey, we all get to have a nice dinner in this crazy place. You say you'd rather be at home, painting. It's not just insulting, Liz. It tells me you'd rather not be here with me as well. I love how much you've opened up to us, Olivia. What seems to me is that both of you just need to refuse to see eye to eye. too much pride going on. The sooner we stop trying to get the others to act the way we think they should, the better. The sooner we stop trying to get the other to act the way we think they should, the better. And I thank you for your advice. Hope you won't be mad at me for saying this. Just please, be a little more considerate. That's it. Sorry if it went too far. You're right. That's a little eloquent for such a little argument. Well, it was bothering me. And it wouldn't have turned into something more. And it would have turned into something more given time. That's fair. I appreciate the effort. That's what you had in mind when you asked for advice? Yeah. Figured it was something a lot worse. Like the roast of a century been holding against us. But if that's it, that's also decent. You're usually pretty thoughtful, so I guess I can see how that was a lot for you. We're nearly adults, that's not going to bother us. At least it shouldn't. So, are you good? Yeah. Thanks, Inko. Thanks. That went much better than expected. After things settled down, we finish off our meals. Well, Olivia finished her meals. Liz had noticed at first when one of her whole pancakes simply vanished. And I thought my onion ring pile was looking smaller by the minute. Looking Olivia's way, she simply waved at us the most bizarre concoction of onion rings, flapjacks, and syrup and beef on her plate. What? I'll make you guys better food than this later on. The theft of our food stopped shortly after that, and although the portions had diminished, we were all thoroughly satisfied with the meal. I offered to pay, or at least pitch in with a check, but Liz refused. She insisted that since it was her idea to begin with, but I had always figured it was the man's place to pay for a date. And this was a date, kinda. Neither of our hands lifted from the tiny leather booklet. I don't know how long we spent playing tug-of-war over it. Olivia at least found it amusing, even recording her stare down on the phone. But victory is mine! Managed to palm a debit card to the waitress before Liz could care. Give her back the bill booklet. With that done, what was left for us here was making most of the view. Olivia led the way to the observation deck on the floor beneath the restaurant. And she immediately regretted it as a blast of cold air had even had me shiver a bit. The altitude plus the late fall weather meant the deck was mostly clear of guests, but the view was easily worth the cold, as I made a mental note to come back here one day with my DSLR. We slowly moved the railing so we can take in the skyline from the bluffs and out towards the ocean, along with the city skyscrapers that were dwarfed by this spire. And as I scan over it, I double down on that mental note, because seeing Olivia silhouetted by this beautiful view is... I don't get you two can stand this temperature. Liz doesn't look that cold. All she's doing is rubbing her arms in a theatrical manner. I'm going to be by the elevator, guys, okay? That's absolutely sure why you're going away right now. It's not just because you're terrified of heights. Her head moves next to Olivia as a harsh whisper between them. Liz, I'm really distracted because it's like the body moves then the head or vice versa. Finally, Liz's body turns to leave. Her head followed shortly with a beaming smile. Olivia? Don't ask. Her eyes remain on the horizon. Maybe it's a little colder though, as Olivia's face is slowly turning red. Something up? Well... Her eyes trail down, her hands rise up until she's carefully examining her wrists. The watch carefully tests her hand, wincing occasionally as she slowly flexes and rotates her hands. About the painting. Not until you're better. I know, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to be way out of practice when I'm all better. So you're going to practice? She smiles as she turns to me, probably excited about the prospect of starting work on that soon. I have a mental image of it in my mind and everything. Her smile lessens though as her tone becomes uneasy. Just want to make it perfect. I have the mental image, but I won't have the skill. Plus, between carpal tunnel and rushing out all those pieces for Mia, I think I understand what she's getting at, but her smile is back again. Once I can paint again, I need time for practice. I want to show Mr. Iadek in the greatest pace I can create. Do you need anything? The words cut my thoughts off. No, I have the paint and... I mean, do you need any help with your practice? Her face glows red again. Maybe. Don't know how much help I can be with my complete lack of painting talent, but otherwise, yeah. I'll do whatever I can for you. I promise. I cement it with a smile and a thumbs up. Thanks. Why is there a UFO? What the fucking... Why is there a UFO there? There's a UFO there. Like, right there. So, from Olivia's snoot, just go up to that building. Like, the top left of that building. It's like a floating shuttlecock. Anyway. I think we only stood out in the viewing deck for a few more minutes. After a particularly cold draft was swept over us, Olivia figured she'd had enough of the chilly air here. Away away back inside in the elevator station, Elizabeth standing idly. She and Olivia looked at each other for a moment. The two held their stare locked in on each other for about half a minute before Olivia looked to the side. What else is there to do here? A lot, evidently. Once we'd gotten back to terra firma, Liz had taken upon herself to walk us around the entire block. The whole area was like a miniature theme park. A lot of street vendors selling tourist trap gifts. Spend the rest of the day just wandering City Park here. Enjoying the late fall day the best we could. Eventually, as the sun sunk below the horizon, Mr. Ferris found us. I had forgotten that we'd... And by the way, I'm totally the kind of person that buys those little like tourist trap trinkets, like little PD bracelets and stuff. I love stuff like that because I'm a freak. I'd forgotten to come here in the first place because of a business meeting of his. Liz and him waved us goodbye, and they broke away headed for the parking lot. While I pushed the very tired Gator girl to the station. Don't think she minded much, honestly, as she clutched her tail to her chest and used it as a makeshift pillow. She looks so sweet like that. Perfect background for my phone. She must never learn of this, because I don't think I'd survive. But it'd be worth it. After going home that night, Olivia texted me all night and well into the morning. Ended up talking about all sorts of things. Mia, her art, various shows, just about everything. Never seen her that excited before. For someone with a sore hand, she sure types fast. And for someone that doesn't much like talking at all, she sure types a lot. I certainly can't keep up. And when she didn't want to talk, she sent doodles and sketches. Sleep wasn't really an option on my end either. And Gut's doodle adventures were quite entertaining to read. Since then, we've been texting more every night. Not as much, since I need my sleep. Right now I'm just waiting for art class to end. Mr. Triggums is apparently one of the substitutes that demands complete silence until class is over, but doesn't care beyond that. So even though I'm sitting 2 feet away from Olivia, we're having to text each other. She's quite the storyteller with these doodles, like right now, as I try to keep up with the tale of Guts raiding a... What's he raiding again? Piloting the main golem from Gundam Finn. Right. A giant robot from one of the shows she's been wanting us to watch together. I mean, we would. Totally want to. Just Liv and I sitting side by side on the couch. Maybe as we're getting tired, we start leaning against each other. Could even offer to keep her warm. Oops. Catch my phone, precipice my desk, see Olivia sent me a more detailed version of the previous Guts drawing. Point. That's why, for how dumb it is, Finn is still fun to watch. I get it. You almost didn't get your phone just now. I'd watch it. If you'd watch it, you would. Oh, if you'd watch it, you would. You'd get it right. Sorry, dyslexia and general stupidity. One day, maybe. Only if it's with her. One day, yes. Ah, crap, teacher. Don't want to lose my phone. Kai. After a couple of minutes without any alerts, except to get girl really is done for now. With a quick look at the clock and all, I figure I've got a few more minutes before I absolutely must hide my own phone. Dakin's been out for about a week and a half, so we've been stuck with Mr. Triggums. Apparently he doesn't like electives. What's an elective? I swept back, looking through the pieces she'd sent me over the last couple of hours. A lot of references to go over my head, but that few that didn't earn a... But the few that didn't earn a hearty chuckle from me. Those more detailed ones, the drones that be good enough to actually render. I smell as I save those. mean to ask if she'd finished one back when she started doing this. Never got around to it. Simply saving it in a folder. A folder that's going to a couple of dozen now. Would Jerome Clarkson come to the Jerome Clarkson? Thank you. Reek. Nansen makes me nearly drop my phone again. They've been going on all morning, just calling random students to the office. Buzz my phone, has me check again, see another message from the Gator girl. Never mind. Teacher's acting weird today. Weird? Look at our substitute. Mr. Triggums isn't paying attention to us. In fact, he's just kinda looking through the desk he sat at. Weird. Same here. Think it has to do with the office thing? I don't know. I was thinking it was the short day, maybe? That was another thing. I think the entire class realised something was up with how fast class periods were going today. Ah, man. Look at my phone on the floor, the corner screen chipped away. Picking up before any of my classmates can step on the way to lunch. I also noticed that Ben wasn't here in class either. Hurry up. Short day means lunch is earlier. And to lunch, I realise I'm not actually that hungry. Strange, but I guess it's an eternal clock thing. I'm just so used to eating at the same time every day. Looks like I'm not the only one. The usual war zone in the cafeteria has expanded to spill into the surrounding hallway. Loud enough to even cover up the continued announcements. Urkel. Thank you. Mostly. Got pretty good at weaving through the chaos, relatively unscathed, but man, these guys have way too much energy. What are you fighting about? As always, yelling back left alone. Amy's chatting loudly about his day so far. To Olivia, who occasionally poking Liz across the table with a toy claw hand. She does look like a wee poker. Boop. Liz flips her arms out to show away the offending poke. I'm going to cough again. Liz flails her arms out to show away the offending poke. Never bothers to crane her neck down from the rafters. Perks up when she sees me. It's Inko. What's going on at Olive Garden today? Whack his noggin. The mirror stick falls on my head. Bah! It's just a joke. A quip. How long did it come up with that one? About 2 in the morning last night. Whack him again. Hey! Best $10 I've ever spent. Looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. Just like the real one, she'll bully you for saying dumb stuff. Bite me. She makes the head on my face a little. I'll go sit someone else. Dude, got a new friend right here. Well, I have an actual friend that isn't addicted to makeup pheromones. That makes me so happy. Your ventriloquism needs work. Still think it's a little weird. Oh, live it a little. And you guys aren't eating either? It's too early. I'll just eat when I go home. Lunch ladies don't really try on half days. Do they not try normally? The difference makes itself known. I was out for like a week. I'm just going to steal some whatever Olivia makes later. Get your own. Change my mind. She's too much power. This is great. Olivia reaches over to knock Jamie again. Snatch it out there. No! I aim to hitch it right into Olivia's snout. Bullseye, clamp shot. The evil is defeated. Well, I'm giggling at us go, girl. Olivia uses the chance to grab the handbag. Fine, no more claw today. Hastily stuffs the plastic toy in the backpack. After some more small talk, Damon's attention wanders to Liz, who seems to be lost in thought. Liz, what's in your head? Leafs. I was thinking about it earlier today. I was talking to Principal Scale this morning while running some errands for Stucco, and she was really out of it. Out of it? Yeah, like she didn't want to be here today. Tried to pry, but she clammed up. Never seen her like that before. Must have drank back off. Did something happen to Iadakin? That's what I was worried about in the last fucking cliffhanger, but it seemed like that resolved okay. Must have drank bad coffee or something. I don't think that makes people sad. I can tell from experience it makes you really have to. Looks like I got a text. Let's put our phone, craning her head down to get a better look at the screen. It's from Ben. Come, having a student council meeting. That was a bit more formal than that. Guessing it's a half day and all. Oh well, duty calls. Sorry for having to leave early, guys. No worries. We'll meet up after school. Sounds good. See you later then. What do you guys want to do after school? I don't know. Can I hang out at my place? Too cold to get in the pool. I'm sure we can think of something. I look over to Olivia, doesn't have any objections to the idea, but no input of her own. Got any ideas? Diddle? Like charades? Yeah, make it in a game of sorts. Sounds very fun, actually. I could really wipe the floor with Olivia. Oh, save your breath, Neil. You know my stuff will own you and your chicken scratch? Wanna bet? Ha! That's a sucker bet. Alright, there's the rest to pay for food. Deal. Well, shaking hands, making the wager official. Would Olivia Halford come to the office? Would Olivia office? Thank you. Monotone voice of the intercom, combined with the strange atmosphere of the school, is starting to unnerve me. Look at the Gator girl who rolls her eyes and starts wheeling away from the table towards the exit. After she'd left, everything felt more off. Lunch came to an end, and the school day was close to the same. Just a couple more periods for we can hang out somewhere with all the extra free time. I look at Olivia's desk, still empty 5 minutes into Prockling's class. I'm going to say something about being jealous because she doesn't have to do history. I mean, yeah, she hates this class the most, but it's really become a habit at this point. Just like how it's... oh my god. Just like how it's become a habit for me to write an extra set of notes for Olivia. I look at the two mostly blank pages in front of me. Like with our other teachers, I notice something's off with Procklin. She barely says anything, instead just asking us to read a chapter on the Great War. I do as asked. 5 pages in, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, it was the stupidest reason for a war to break out. Whoops, No, that's fine. I thought I'd closed the game, I just tabbed out. A bunch of European countries unhappy with being ruled by a bunch of European empires deciding to revolt and dragging their allies into a quagmire. Really struggling to make sense of the information, made worse with how outdated the textbooks are. Seriously, they're written so bad it ought to be a crime. It oozes pro-Gilded Age corporatism. Hello? What was that noise? The kind that genuinely believed anything bigger than a gathering of 10 people was a form of unionism. With a sigh, I busy myself taking notes for myself and Olivia. As I do, my eyes continue to wander the classroom. Everyone just looks disinterested in the subject matter. I look over to Procklin. She herself doesn't seem interested in the subject matter as well. In fact, she's just kind of staring off into space. It's highly unusual considering how much emphasis she puts into proper class focus. Yet, there she is, spaced out that she's no better than teenagers she teaches on the daily. I'm almost tempted to raise my hand and ask a question to snap her back to reality when the room speaker comes to life. Incognito. Please report to the office. Incognito. Alright, my middle name starts with a G. I look up to Procklin. I got called. She's still the arbiter who leaves the class in mine. She doesn't meet my eyes still. Then she looks actively trying to avoid eye contact. I pack my things and shuffle out the classroom. All while the stares and murmurs from the other students grow more intense. My mind immediately begins to wonder, why am I being summoned to the office? They sure are calling a lot of people. Maybe it's related to 2 weeks ago. I don't think keeping me company on my march to the principal office is the sound of rubber soles on tail. I must spend a fortune polishing these floors. It's not long before I notice another pair of footsteps come from somewhere ahead of me. Squint my eyes, quickly recognise the figure as it approaches. It's Ben. Guess the student council wrapped up the meeting. There's no sign of Liz anywhere. As the parasor makes his way closer, I notice there's a complicated expression on his face. Ben, what's going on? He flinches as I call his name. Looks around like a lost child before he spots me. Make eye contact for a few seconds, but doesn't say anything. Everyone right, dude? Suddenly, he turns away, continues down the hall. A sinking feeling takes hold of my chest. I almost try to speak up and stop him, but I can't think of anything to say. Guess I better get going. Digging the statue. After another minute of walking, I reach the door at the principal's office and find it wide open. Come in. Step into the office and close the door behind me, following the source of the deep voice. Realise now that I've never seen the interior of the office before. It's fairly standard for an office. Long wooden desk, filing cabinet, a few potted plants, and a couple of shelves for storing all sorts of things. However, on closer inspection, those things look a little more dishevelled than I expected. Manila folders strewn across the desk. One of the filing cabinet drawers hangs open, and potted plants are either overwatering or wilted. Is this really Scalar's office? Mr. Rito. My attention is suddenly pulled away towards the hulking figure sitting behind my desk. I can only imagine what the office chair is going through right now. Sir, everything alright? Have a seat, please. Motions a small plastic chair on my side of the desk. Have you been? Then go. I oblige his request, taking a seat and trying to suppress my anxiety. I think I'm doing well. He noticed himself, holding his eyes closed. That's good to hear. The whale looks... Sorry. The whale looks down at the open folder on his desk, taking a moment to look over some kind of document. I have news to you regarding your instructor for AP Art Design and Photography. You mean Mr. Iadakin? Yes, Mr. Iadakin. A fine teacher. If student surveys are anything to go by, he also spoke quite highly of you. Do you have a strong relationship with him? Yeah, I think so. Did something happen? My heart drops as Ferris brows lowers. Oh god, that is what I thought it was. Suddenly his tone completely shifts into one more clinical. Over the last 2 years, Mr. Iadakin's been suffering from a rare form of chondrosarcoma that originated in his vertebrae. His tone is heavy. I don't quite know what that ailment he just named, he should spit on the doctors responsible for discovering it, but he practiced movements and worn out features are undeniable. He's by no means a fragile man, but the tiredness he tries to hide is barely concealed. Every student he's broken news to has taken something more from him. Tenses himself slightly to be as tactful as he can. The attempted reverence is lost as he recited scripted lines just a few too many times already. He can't muster much more than his flat citation. This analysis means nothing. I'm just distracting myself from the reality of the situation, as though prolonging a confirmation that will keep it from happening. Mr. Ferris notes my subtle confusion and clarifies that he must have done a few dozen times already. Bone cancer. Mr. Iadakin was well advised by medical professionals about the treatment options available to him, and the district offered him a generous medical leave in recognition of his tenure at St. Hammond. He turned both of these down. The cacophony of thoughts swirling my head makes it nearly impossible to think. Impossible to focus on anything, really. Right now, all I can do is revel in it. Time passes. Not sure how much. Still can't get a grip of my own mind. First is calmly waiting for me to say something. I can tell he's becoming uncomfortable. So the one thing I can muster, the will to ask. Why? The whale grimaces. Wish I had an answer. His inflection tells of his own questioning thoughts. The exchange seems to give Ferris the energy to continue, however. On Sunday, Mr. Iadakin was hospitalised due to complication with his illness. He passed away the following morning. Olivia was called here before me. Counselling will be available for you and anyone else affected. Do you know where Olivia went? Nah, she didn't say. I'd like to go now, Mr. Ferris. Feel free. Stand up from the plastic chair, pushing it closer to the principal's desk. Offering one last nod to the superintendent, I let myself out of the office. As soon as the door clicks shut, I start running. Where would you go? The studio room? It's the best lead I have. Thanks to all those gym classes, I have no trouble getting there quickly. New destination takes me up the main staircase of the school and onto the second floor. It's not long before I'm staring down the hallway of Iadakin's classroom. I breathe a sigh of relief as I spot Olivia sat in front of the door. God, what do I even say to her? My thoughts come crashing to a halt as I see the dinosaur beside her, gesturing maniacally. Ben? From outside reveal, looks like Ben's trying to talk her into something, but there's such a stark contrast between their moods. I suppose Ben's mourning too. Maybe he's just handling it differently? He's planning to have a mind. What do you think of it, Olivia? Yeah, okay. Olivia's reply came off weak and unfocused. She wasn't talking to Ben at all. Can I count you to be part of it? Sure. I remain obscured from you. Doesn't seem like the conversation I should intrude on. Just catch up with Olivia after. Honestly, I'm somewhat surprised Ben is talking to her. No. Maybe that Olivia is listening to Ben. That those differences are being put aside. For once, our priorities aligned. I had thought to come to Olivia too. I wonder. Dakin was a mentor to each of us. Like he'd always been around to help us, but now all the little things that make you anxious or aggravated are gone in an instant. All that's left is reality. Why bother with this dramatic garbage? If now is not the time to be brought together, then when? I'm thinking too much. My hands are shivering. Something in my heart threatens to fall apart, but not now. Her voice was too quiet for me to hear. Whatever she said wasn't what Ben wanted to hear. Olivia, I need to know you're with me on this. Yeah. Olivia? Ben kneels right next to Olivia's chair, putting the two eye level, though she keeps hers averted to the side. I need to know you're in on this fully. There's a strange panic in the Parasaur's voice. Please, Olivia, for him. Finally, after what felt like a few minutes, despite it only being 4 or 5 seconds, Olivia looked back at Finn, gives him a meek nod. Going to take that as a yes then. Gator Girl gives no other reply to Ben's words. The only sign that his words had registered in her mind were her hands suddenly yet gently shaking, all the way her claws dug even deeper into her wheelchair's armrests. Her bulwark broke at last. Seeing droplets in her eyes drives a searing pain through my chest. My instincts drove me forward beyond my common sense. Grip the boy's shoulder and pull him up. Ben? Parasaur's eyes snap up towards me. He makes eye contact with me, a depressive expression coating his face. Uncle, what are you doing here? I want to see Olivia. Olivia's silver eyes finally lift. The pain reflecting them threatens to shatter my heart. Ben looks back to see those mournful eyes too, though his reaction seems the opposite of mine, as a smile drawn across his face. Uncle, hear me out. I'm trying to organise a eulogy for Dakin. Say our goodbyes to him. He deserves it, at least. Olivia, me, and you helped with us so much, and with the Parasaur rambles, I turn my attention solely to Olivia. Push past Ben, take a kneel next to Olivia. Now eye level with her. Ben stops talking. I can feel his stare boring into the back of my head. He wants an answer for whatever he was just talking about. A eulogy from Mr. Dakin. It's so surreal to think that. To think I spoke him only yesterday and today's gone. A eulogy. At least we can do for Dakin as his pupils. He deserves so much more though. So much. Right, yeah. Liv is probably feeling what I'm feeling right now. This fight between reality and emotions. Dakin's gone, I'm still trying to process it. Trying to accept the fact that I'll never see him again or listen to him again, or get advice from him again. Never get to impress him, show how much I've improved because of his lessons. Don't think I'm ready to accept he's gone. Ben clears his throat, snap me back from my stupor and back to our current reality. Sorry to be pushy, but I need to know if you and Olivia are in or not. Ben turns to look at Olivia as he says those words. Olivia, meanwhile, continues to stare absent-mindedly at the wall, almost as if Ben's words were not emanating from right next to her, but a few dozen miles away instead. Ben, I don't think. Suddenly feel a cool, skilled hand on top of my own. I turn to look at Olivia's pain-stricken eyes. They gaze deeply into mine, pleading, begging to make the pain vanish. I don't quite know what I should do. Doesn't it sound? I don't know what one I picked. I don't know what one I picked. Oh god, what did I do? Fuck it, we're committing to the bit. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Shit! Fuck! Give us some time, Ben. Stood in kind of surprise and taken aback by my words. But Olivia... His frustration with us seems to grow with each second. Ben, look, No. I turn fully to Ben with my hands raised defensively. Ben, listen. We need to do this for Dakin, for everyone who cared about him, for us. Why won't you help me? We want to, Ben, really. Can't you see you're just asking for this way too soon? Damn it, we just found out. His breathing is haggard now and his composure is completely blown. His own pain is painted across his face as he allows his glasses to slide away from his puffy red eyes. Just Ben. Her voice is soft and gentle. Her head turns back to me, her own pain still in her eyes, but also sympathy too. She looks forward, and her words are more resolute. Ben, I understand. Parasite Boy's breathing hitches. You're right. We should do this, and I will. I promise I will, but it's too soon. We all need time. He clenches his teeth, followed by his fists. Takes a sharp, uneven breath, his glasses sliding off his face right onto the floor. He's so agitated, so exasperated and devastated he doesn't seem to care. My free hand finds it on my other friend's shoulder, forming a link between us. Liver reaches down and picks up the prescription glasses, using her sleeve to smudge them cleanish. Ben struggles, his already broken composure fracturing further. His hands shake as he accepts the proffered eyewear from Olivia, having great difficulty getting them back on straight. When he can finally look up from the floor, his eyes are more raw with fresh pain. You promise? Olivia nods at the quivering question. Her own lips start to shake as well. Yes, but for now Ben finally gets it, as his emotional dam is near bursting. You're right, sorry. Ben looks up and pats me on the shoulder. With a final solemn look at Olivia and nod towards me, he walks out of the classroom and leaves Olivia and I alone. As the door clicks closed behind me, I hear Olivia and shuddery breath before turning to look at me. Her eyes are glossy and puffy on the edges. Trails of tears stream down her cheeks. And her expression is of someone who doesn't want to believe it's true, but knows deep down that it is. I look at her. I feel my emotions come back twice as hard. I need to be strong for her sake, damn it. No, you don't. Feel your feelings, man. Olivia. Tried to find the proper words to say something to her. Anything that could give her any sense of comfort to ease the pain. I feel my throat begin to tighten like someone's hand is around my neck. Didn't even notice that I'm crying until my vision was blurred with tears. Without thinking, I wrap my arms around the baryonyx and pull her into a hug. Olivia seems shocked at first, frozen by my sudden reaction. Then I feel a pair of arms wrap around me, and hands clutching my jacket. Olivia begins to softly sob into my shoulder. I feel my own resolve break down as I hear the increasing pain in her cries. When we're like this, I can't even pretend to be the stronger one anymore. Maybe I could bear the pain of Iadakin, but seeing Olivia like this, I hold on tighter. I don't want to let her go. Suddenly she mumbles something into my shoulder. What was that? We pull apart. I look at Olivia. Her sunken face is covered in splotches and trails of wet and dry tears. She's hyperventilating and looks like an absolute mess right now. Despite this, her eyes are fierce and lively as they meet mine. I need to do something. Right now? She doesn't respond, hurriedly rolling along the hall towards the elevator. She's going at the fountain. Yeah, I was just thinking that. The only place she could be going. I step forward to follow her, but I stop. No matter how I try, I can't continue. This is Olivia's promise, not mine. I have no right to intrude like that. My hesitancy robbed me of any choice in the matter. She went alone. I'm a fucking idiot. Alone? In this freezing weather? Well, she's going through this. What the hell was I thinking? I start my silent march through the halls, out the building, into the frozen wilderness. Oh wait, hold on. There was the dot dot dot. The dot 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 means it's finished. Cheers for watching, folks. I had worried that something bad was going to happen to Iadakin. I'm not going to lie. I thought there was something really bad happening. I didn't think it was going to be this big of a bombshell. The thing that I thought was going to be bad resolved into something that I'm happy happened. I don't know if I've picked the right option because I was too indecisive and just let my fat finger it. That didn't sound wholesome, but you know what I mean. But we're going to give up here. Cheers for watching, folks. A little bit more soon. Good luck. Take it easy.